of update as to what all's going on. Gonna do some shout outs, show you what we're doing out here in the shop today. Went back to my first official day back at work. I had to go take a physical and a drug test. Yay! And went good. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be back doing my regular stuff. It's gonna be kind of different because I hadn't been at work in 3 weeks now. That's crazy. 3 weeks in one day. Most I've ever been off in my life since I was like 13. When it's in the summers, when we took off, you know, when school let out during the summers, I didn't get off like all the other kids did. I would have to go work, either do yards or do lawnmower work and stuff like that, or I'd go to work with my dad. So after about 13, summers were just work days. So that was good. I learned a lot. Spin you around here. Let's do some shout outs, guys. Let me zoom us in. Sulphur City Designs for all your off-road mower modding and stickage needs. Bunch of good guys there. Custom work decals, hoodies, t-shirts, magnetics. Not just for mowers. You can do it for your cars, your trucks, anything you need. And speaking of good guys, Southern Off-Road Mowers on Facebook. Another bunch of good guys. Go to it and post some junk. We love it when you do. You don't have to, though. Marius Beck. Sharon A681. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Sid Sniffles. Travis Sherman. And Dale Richardson Jr. Thank you for subscribing, guys. John Roberts. And Joseph Crawford. Thanks for subscribing, guys. And now these are the share maniacs. Sulphur City Homestead, man, thanks for all the shares that you put out there. Devin Dampler, thank you for sharing. Also, thank you for subscribing too, Devin. O2 Warrior, thanks for all those shares, man. Jim Rawlings, thank you, Jim. Hope everything went well today for you. Redneck Brian, thanks for sharing, man. Let's come over here. Lakesider Ranch, thanks for sharing. Also, thanks for your comments the other day. I want to talk to you. I enjoyed talking with you. The Mechanic Dave, thanks for sharing, man. Hiram Graff. I'm going to try to find out how much it would cost to have that stuff shipped. I'm telling you, it's probably going to be cost prohibitive for you because shipping from Alabama to where you're located, it's going to cost more to ship it than the junk's worth. But I told you I'd find out, so I will. And 4744024. Thanks for sharing. Let's look at some junk. Guys, this is the John Deere. Everybody knows John Deere. Let me zoom us back out now. I had Big Head a while ago when I was talking to you, I guess. But I got the muffler off, and I got some of the front mounting brackets off as well. Sometimes you just got to take a damn hammer and hit the thing. So that's what I ended up doing. These are the pieces that I am going to cut off. I know Nate Wilson 99 said no, don't cut them off. No, cutting those guys off because I don't ever plan on doing anything on the front. It's just going to be for riding around and pulling stuff in the yard. And today I'm going to go ahead and get all the deck hardware that remains off. Take this side arm bracket off as well, and just have a look at it after that. I went ahead and sprayed the bolts that hold what's left of that muffler on there. Gonna let them soak today, not gonna touch them yet. And then we'll try to pop those things off, and we'll kind of go from there. I did a lot of the demolition off of camera. I want to show you how much crap that I ended up pulling off of that thing. The reason I did it off camera because it was a little bit more than a PG rating. Sometimes you got to cuss those parts off. That is all the excess pieces, parts, vast and sundries that were on there. There's still one big bracket runs across the back, but I can't get it off without taking the pan off. I'm not going to worry about that. What I will do is reach up there with my welder, tack it into place so it doesn't rattle, because I'll sell it if it rattles. And I did want to show you what it looks like cleaning underneath. But before we do that, if you have an old stool that it's all broken or wobbly, cut the legs of it off. Man, that makes a great pillow to lay your head on. So what we have, those two tabs up there, I'm still going to cut them off, but you can see from here back is all nice and cleaned out. A lot less to get snagged on. Now, what I do want to show you, this bracket right here. What I'm thinking of doing, using this bracket here and this bracket here to make a skid plate that runs down under this and then goes up the back. That will protect that transaxle from any kind of really big dings and rocks and dents or anything like that. I would run a piece of metal down on either side. It's going to be pretty straightforward. Piece of flat stock going down this side and this side, and then welding pieces, but do it so where I can bolt it and unbolt it and take everything off, and then make this a solid plate, probably of really thick aluminum, something like that, so it wouldn't be too heavy, but something that'll absorb a good knock and maybe protect that transmission. So also this front right here, I sprayed these guys, the bolts on this bracket, and I'm going to spray them again when I get finished. Try to turn them once with a wrench to make sure I can get this guy off. I want to take this thing, and if I'm going to run exhaust out the back, I'm thinking of running it down this side, keeping it away from that starter, of course, and run it down this side and just carry it all the way straight out the back. Never done exhaust all the way out the back before, so it might be something to do. I know it's getting a little bit more involved, but every time I see something on here, I want to do something a little bit different. That's the way it is. Tomorrow, we're going to start pulling this guy apart. I may go ahead and winch it up, and I'll definitely go ahead and spray those transaxle bolts so they'll be loose so I can get everything off. That's a good idea. I think I'll do that now. Getting ready to go inside. We're having breakfast for dinner, guys. I want to thank you for everything. Thank you for watching all the silly stuff. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing as well. Man, I appreciate it. Y'all gonna make some mayhem. I still got a little bit left to do.